Okay, here we are, everybody. Sorry about the delay. I got called by Alpha at the last second there. Everything's good, though. Read the title long at a glance. Still excited. What, hello, Pangling. Hello, TJ. What did you read the title as? Finding myself out here? Like, I'm trying to find myself, as in, like, journey of self-discovery, that kind of bullshit. It's mostly just a joke. But yeah, I'm doing well. How are you all? Howdy, whoever else is here. I know it's not exactly like YouTube's newer fucking interface is just like wild. It makes it impossible to really gauge what's going on anymore. I don't know. It's odd. It's just so very peculiar. Why did they decide to fix what was not broken? I like the old, you know, interface. Oh, fuck. Oh well. So, another day, another set of blocks that I must put in a location that is not here. So yeah, I had that dental appointment today. It went well. Was actually surprisingly straightforward. That's really all I did today, was go to that dental appointment and place blocks. Hey, Copperator, welcome. Okay. So yeah, I don't know how I've missed all this red glass, but apparently I did. Well, I know how. I didn't have the schematic verifier module until very recently. What's up? I'm In-N-Out today. Okay. In-N-Out burger? No? Terrible joke? Just me? Okay. Okay. Got it. Oh my god. Let me out. There we go. Whew. So yeah, I hate how kind of uneventful things are, but I kind of like how uneventful things are. I don't know. My life has been very quiet. I know I don't really talk about myself a whole lot. There's not a whole hell of a lot going on, to be honest. And as I've stated before, I kind of like that. So yeah, like nothing crazy's going on in real life, personal stuff. I'm very happy for that. I wouldn't really want the burden of like crazy bullshit happening. You know, I take to heart the old adage, "May you live in interesting times," and that is a kind of curse. I take that to heart. That is a kind of curse. You don't necessarily want to live in interesting times. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of fun and interesting YouTube videos. There is this one really hilarious, he is a internet history type guy. He recounts the events of Something Awful and other such forums. And let me tell you, holy shit. Something Awful was wild. Like, there was this PvP game very recently that had competitive cuckolding as a mechanic, and that was a thing. That was something that Something Awful got involved in. Look, Space File 3 on the archive for the first time, and all I can say is 2 months to finish all this is quick. Oh yeah, I know. This printer, man. It's this printer. The printer. Get to the printer. Do people still make that joke? Holy shit, get to the choppers from like the 1980s. Jesus Christ, Predator was so long ago. And here I am making a Predator reference. I mean, to be fair, that's one of the most goated movies of all time, but still. Arnold Schwarzenegger is invincible and immortal and all that, but jeez. Meanwhile, I will be getting to the printer. Oh, hell. Okay, I forgot there were giant tubes of glass in here that need to be printerated. Printitated. So yeah, I mean, like, can you blame us for this level of crazy fast printing? I'm shocked as much as anyone that it's only been 2 months as well, but like, fuck me. It was late August, I think, is when they were cobbling everything together, and then they told me the following week. So yeah, and then now here we are. It's almost Halloween. Bizarre how time flies. Oh well. So, we're actually kind of beginning to wrap down, or to slow down, you know, wrap up a lot of the items. One of the big things left are leaves. And that means going and demolishing a jungle. Pretty much. So, I've been meaning to do this, but unfortunately, because it involves me having to sewer slide, I'm not, like, happy about having to. I try to not die if I can avoid it, but it is for a good cause, so. It pans out, it evens out. It shouldn't be that bad. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to Archon Retia, because there's a jungle nearby that I know I can demolish, and then transport the leaves back here with little trouble. So if all else is you know, remains equal, even, then yeah, I'll be doing that. But on the bright side, you know, that could potentially alleviate the leaf issue more or less altogether, and hell yeah, I'll take that. Get all the leaves printed for good. There's a lot of leaves here. I'm not sure exactly how many. It's not like 1 million. Although it might be close. I don't know. I don't remember how many fucking oh, those crafting tables. Oh. I don't remember how many bits of topiary that I made in total. I just started copy pasting with World Edit this particular type of topiary, and then like 2 or 3 other variants. They look beautiful. But the downside is, there we go. Downside is it, you know, when it comes time to actually make the thing on the server, I don't have a good understanding or overarching framework of what exactly I'm looking at material-wise. I don't know how much of a material. Like, I don't have numbers that I can easily access that just tells me, oh yeah, you've got X amount of this block. And I certainly don't have those numbers, like, continually updated. I just get told by Enderkill whenever we've done another material, and it's all printed or whatever. So jealous of that printer, I know. Mine is block per block and only functions half the time. Yowza. Howdy, Red Dalek. We're printing red glass. Yeah, the problem with a thing like this is that it can't be something just anyone has. Because if this becomes super widespread, then no one will have it. Although the odds are good somebody will reverse engineer and or figure it out all on their own. And then it'll get, like, distributed somehow. Because, you know, if that's something that people kind of wrap their heads or have trouble wrapping their heads around, how if you can envision something and create something, then that means other people can too. Like, it's not out of the ordinary to expect people to have figured out something similar. I just watched a video yesterday on, of all things, an episode of Tom and Jerry versus an episode of Looney Tunes, way back in the 1940s. And as it turns out, both companies behind, it was Warner Brothers behind Looney Tunes and MGM, I want to say it was, behind Tom and Jerry. They both did basically the same plot for an episode of Tom and Jerry and an episode of Bugs Bunny. And Technicolor, who were the group responsible for coloration and things of that nature back in those days, they inadvertently mixed up the footage and sent MGM the Looney Tunes episode and Warner Brothers the Tom and Jerry episode. And both sides were aghast and tried to sue each other because, oh, you copied our Looney Tunes short. Oh, no, you copied our Tom and Jerry. And it's like, well, no, actually, they both independently arrived because the production schedules kind of, you know, meet this out because, you know, obviously they kept track of shit like this. The production schedules kind of just lined up perfectly. And not in a somebody leaked information kind of way, but in a people just have the same ideas sometimes. Two people independently of one another can just arrive at the same conclusion and do so in the same time frame. Oh, hey, Ellie. She's laying on my chair. I had no idea. But yeah, like, there is such a thing as accidental reproduction. The two cartoons in question, the Tom and Jerry and the Bugs Bunny shorts, were with the both of them playing the piano in a piano hall, and they were both playing Rhapsody No. 8 by fuck, I've forgotten the name now. It's not one of the classical pieces I listen to all that often, so I don't have it ingrained in my brain. But it's a very famous piece of classical music, and they were both playing it. And yeah, sometimes people arrive at the same idea. And so the idea of somebody enabling another person accidentally or intentionally, you know, somebody can just figure things out, right? It's not all that surprising that maybe this printer will be something people with the right, you know-how can figure out. I always heard the phrase, or not the phrase, but the idea floated by that, well, what if Einstein hadn't been born? And I'm like, well, if Einstein hadn't been born, that would have been a setback. But I'm still fairly certain the theory of relativity would have been figured out at some point. God damn it, who blocked all of the jump boost? Who the fuck? Stop doing that. Fucking Sonnet, I know he did this. Printing painted glass. What kind of scheme are we cooking? I'm putting all of the blocks onto Space Valk 3 that deserve to be on Space Valk 3. Committing paint glass fraud? No. No way, I just watched that yesterday too. Oh, yeah, the one by Steve Reviews. Yeah, good. I'm glad you know it. Probably the best end build you've ever seen, Miso Beef. I mean, only on 2 builders, 200 tools. 200 builders, 200 tools. Just kidding. 2 builders and 2 months to make all of this. What took me like 3.5 years of designing in creative mode. Jump Boost might be messing with one of their settings. I don't think so. He complained openly about Jump Boost being weird and him not being used to it. And I'm like, Jump Boost is amazing. How could you? So yeah, yeah, it's not uncommon for an idea to be discovered and then rediscovered. And that really kind of led me to formulating one of my theses. Oh shit, that's supposed to be there, isn't it? But yeah, a thesis that I had, I know I called it theses. A big thesis I had a while ago is that information can neither be created nor destroyed, it can only be rearranged. Which means that no ideas are ever truly lost, and no concepts are ever truly, like, forgotten. Nothing is ever forever out of your grasp. And that's something I think a lot of people... I don't have a way to prove that, sadly. I wish I did. But that's like an idea that a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around. Oh, okay, I see. Somebody dinged me. I thought it was something else. Never mind. Hello, L. Cayman. Welcome. Oh my god, are people breaking in and destroying my precious... Yes. I'm just now seeing holes that people have poked in. Okay, I'm gonna have to get more black and white stained glass. Jump Boost is amazing, yeah. All the tech servers, I have removed them in perimeters we dig after I place the beacons. Really? What is it with people being all upsetty spaghetti about fucking Jump Boost? It's an amazing thing. There are parts of Space Valk 3 you need Jump Boost in to be able to move around efficiently. What are they thinking? You remember debating this, like ancient texts? Yeah. Yeah, how ancient texts are also not lost. Even though it seems like they're lost from a we just don't know what they said or what people wrote perspective, I would argue there is a way, as long as you have some remnant of the item in question, there is a way to sort of sleuth, I guess is the right way to put it, up what it was that was originally said. So like ancient poetry that is lost to time. Well, it may not be totally lost forever. There may be a way to, through quantum entanglement or something, figure out how a piece was written and then work backwards and bam. Like that one guy, I believe he was a Harvard grad or Harvard something or other, working with AI. He used X-ray, or was it X-rays or it was something else? It was a method of penetrating into these really old scrolls that you can't touch because they'll fall to pieces. And then he trained AI to decipher what was written on the scrolls through, and I think it was through X-rays or some X-ray holography, something like that, that they used to determine the structure and the writing on the scrolls, but they couldn't decipher it, and then they trained the AI to do the deciphering. Something along those lines. And so yeah, like, I would not be surprised if everything, even shit you burned to ash, I would not be surprised if everything keeps a memory of what it once was, or how it once was. Ew. What is that building there? That ain't no red glass. What is up, your fellow gamers? Yes, how's the Valkyria grind going? It's going. It's a grind. Will we ever be done? I don't know. I'm sure we'll get done sooner rather than later. There's actually not as much to do as I've been making it out to be. There are people who have been grinding way harder than I have, and in all honesty, it's inspiring that they do that. And so as a result, like, we are way farther ahead than I was thinking. Okay. I want to see some hardcore YouTuber use this as a building project and claim it's just a quality of life mod. What, the printer or something else? Isn't this like 10 million blocks? It's just shy of 10 million. It was like 8 something in total. Because I did a big bad, you know, for like the 200th episode or some shit. I did a really big, like, okay, what is what? And then I calculated up the totals. But insofar as what it was when I stopped building on it, because I did actually do some building past the 200th episode, and then I just sort of unceremoniously dropped it, and I was like, all right, I'm done. And then December of 2023, I released it. So it's coming up on 2 years since it was released to the public. Damn. Never would have imagined we'd be building this 2 years later. So yeah, that was the situation. What is that over there that's like solid glass that's just not in its proper place? See, I'm used to finding little stray bits of glass like this. But I know for a fact that there are big chunks of glass in places that I've just not gone to yet. Aha! Like right here. Yeah, this was a... Oh. God fucking damn it. What is going on? Am I having ping trouble? It's so weird. I'll try to take off and then it won't let me. I wonder if that's the server. There we go. Yeah, I never did anything in this room. Kind of meant to. Oh well. Life sometimes takes crazy turns. Yeah, it really does. Expect the unexpected. Or don't. Whichever. Does powder snow melt? I don't think it does. That's a really easy to answer question. Give me a moment. Powder snow. If an entity that is on fire touches powder snow cools them down as it then melts. And that's it. That is the only thing that melts powder snow. So you can stick a big old bright light source right next to it and it will not melt. Snow blocks are also not able to melt. Probably due to the fact that I recall a very long time ago there was a survival series that I watched by Panda 4994, the great and epic Panda 4994. He did a snow-based grinding base, built most of his base out of snow, and then he was like, oh yeah, he pushed a bunch of using slime block machines because that was all brand new. He did a bunch of like crazy shit that, because he pushed out some piston machines into unloaded chunks to forcibly generate dungeons in a very specific way, and this was all the talk of the town, all the rage way back in the day when he did this. And he figured out how to generate, prior to the end update in 1.9, he figured out how to generate new sets of obsidian pillars and newer sets of end crystals Because back in those days, that was the only way you could get those. They would only generate as entities on those pillars, and you'd have to generate new pillars. Because when you get into the end dimension, it was just empty. And so he found out how to generate more by pushing... In this case, they were flying machines with snow blocks and stuff. As a substrate to grow the end pillars on, or, obsidian pillars on. And by doing that, he ended up figuring out that you could basically generate anything if you pushed it into unloaded chunks in just the right way. You could make anything, as long as it was, world gen. And it worked out quite well. And then he found out that by accident, he had created like a lighting bug, because Minecraft was just fucking riddled with lighting bugs in those days. He figured out that if a block of snow had a light level inside the block, again, due to light level bugs, if he did that and the light level was like 15 inside the snow block, then it would melt. I know there's a lot of preamble to tell you that snow blocks can in fact melt, but you have to have a lighting error to make that happen. I wonder if there are unloaded areas and problems that have light errors in their air blocks still on 2B2T. You think there are lighting errors still on 2B2T? Alpha. Jet fuel cannot melt steel beams. Okay. God damn it. Okay. Jet fuel cannot melt steel beams. Ah, okay, that explains why he was saying that. All right, Alpha's watching the stream, guys. I feel special. But anyway, yeah, so you could trick using some... Oh, you're in stream chat. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I'm sorry, I literally did not see that. Anyway, yeah, so I wonder if there are lighting errors still in just like random areas on 2B. Just random pockets of air blocks that have light errors in them. Like, those would kind of be interesting. What Schematica mod? I can't tell you. Sorry. This is a private thing. We can only wonder. Epstein didn't, yeah. Epstein did not. What mods do I use? I use Lightmatica and I use a private mod for printer. And that is that. You're curious what the barrel of a 9mm tastes like. Sure. I'm sure you're curious, right? Mm-hmm. Totally. Ow, I'm just taking so much fucking damage. If you kill yourself, it's on me. Oh no, Alpha, please think of all the children whose hearts you would be breaking by leaving us. How could you do such a thing? Alpha computer, no. Quick, somebody called Suicide Watch. Alpha computer might do something awful to himself. We need to have him committed. Oh, the humanity. Alpha, don't do it! Okay. Blocks of glass this way. Bye, Jacktherippa, coming this late. Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't notice until now, but Sure. That happens. It's not the end of the world if you have arrived late, Poncho. Okay. Get that. Get this. God, I just love seeing all the colored boxes fill in. It's almost addictive as bubble wrap. There we go. Got it all. Ugh, banged my head hard, but I got it all. Oh, hold on, I need to wear my special helmet now because I've been banging my head so much. There we go. There, now my brain meats are perfectly safe. I love that. I love the helmet too. It was a great idea. I'm so glad I had it. Okay. I need to port this into Live 2, or no, it's Live 2D Studio or whatever, as like an object that I can hang on the avatar directly instead of through OBS. I need to fucking do that, but I've never been super proactive about that sort of thing. Turtle helmet, come back. Let's go. Okay. So, maybe we can mark red glass off the checklist? Yeah, YouTube chat has shown ats in front of names for at least a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. It's been very recent that they changed that. It's so strange. How many years did it take me to complete this place in 2B2T? Dude, we've only been working on this on 2B2T for 2 months. But designing this place was like a 3 or 4 year process. Although technically I started this central area in 2017. The outer city was about a 3 or 4 year long project. But that was purely me in single player with world edit. So, how did I complete it in 2 months? I didn't complete it all by myself. We completed it in 2 months using printer. This printer mod we have has been so fucking crazy, it's unreal. What did we replace the portals with? We had to use Skulk, I believe. We haven't printed the Skulk yet. Oh, that's actually something I could do. Though I'm pretty sure we don't have nearly enough Skulk. Yeah, those portals were way too dense. Okay, I think I got all the red glass. I've flown around this place like twice. Hell yes. I'm not seeing giant globs of red glass, black or white panes of glass. It's all good. All good in the neighborhood. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, it isn't. Fuck. I missed an area. Can I break in here? I should probably use that new fancy pearl phase that everybody's been raving about. But I'm too lazy. There we go. Oh, just look at it all. It just fills it all in immediately. Instantly. perfectly. Oh, it's so good. Did I make the old ones without printer? Yes, we didn't have printer. This printer did not exist prior to like a year ago. Or rather, printing technology was very, very bad until about a year ago. Something changed at about that time that allowed us to get away with doing way, way, way more blocks in way, way less time. Oh, shit. Okay, that was my fault. So, like, yeah, you better believe it's fucking crazy. Like, I can place blocks so far below myself, my position. Whoa. It's great. It gets the job done. Didn't I? Oh, I had a regular chest there. Oh, well. All right, red done. But yeah, items were not necessarily like prohibitive, but you know, doing things in the olden days required a more hands-on approach. We'll see if this sticks around or not. I'm definitely of the opinion the most efficient way to build a base is to do it in creative mode with World Edit or Axiom or whatever mod of choice you're most comfortable with. And then using Lightmatica and a printer, whether it be a lesser printer like Ice Tanks or what have you, and then you just stick it on the server that way. That seems to be the best case scenario for getting stuff done. It is apparently the most efficient... Oh, shit. It is the most efficient way to build a base thus far. So until a different method or older, newer methods, whatever, appear, or this method is patched, you know, this is the way to make a base right now. Especially if you're doing something big and complicated. Okay. Are you collecting all these items? Is there a dupe? No, these were all items that were donated. One guy runs a really, really good, like absurdly good villager breeder trader. So he trades and breeds villagers. One guy, that's where all the glass came from, by the way. There's a lot of white glass that's going to be in the sky, and we're going to do that last. So you'll see, that's where all the glass came from. The obsidian is from a giant obsidian farm, which uses withers. It's really fucking cool. I've gotten to see the obsidian farm in action. And... what the hell? Oh! That's black stained glass panes. I see now. And the quartz was from the bartering farm, which is where all the blackstone is from as well. So for those of you who've seen my blackstone base, you know, those all came from the same location. Like, it's really surprising how many items are just farmable. And if you are really efficient at running a farm, or you just have a bunch of bots running the farms, you can just farm a crazy amount of things. And it's just not that big a deal. Items are no longer, dupe or no, items are really no longer unobtainable. You know what I mean? Like, there is a level of industry on 2B2T that is... it's pretty crazy, but, like, it's understandable. You know what I mean? Like, it's something you could, even though it's really large scale, it's something you can wrap your head around. Okay. This is going to seal me in. I'm going to become entombed, but it's worth it. There we go. Okay, so there are rows of red glass over there. Or black stained or white stained glass panes. I can't remember which. So yeah, the majority of what we have left is to just sort of run around like this. And figure out what is not where it should be. That's really it. Got all the pigment bartering. Yeah, pigment bartering was legitimately an amazing addition to the game. Like, it low-key solved so many problems for farming and industry. You just don't realize how massive and overreaching piglin bartering really truly was. Definitely one of the best additions to the game in the last 5 to 10 years. Well, I don't know. 10 years ago would be Elytra. That would win. But like second best would be piglin bartering. There we are. So those are all crafting tables. Okay. So yeah, it can't be overstated how important the newer versions of the game are. A lot of people are still brain rotted by 112, and they think, well, these items are just not something you can obtain lots of, so you had to have duped them. No. Most things are farmable now. In 121.4, most items are things you can get in large quantities if you know how. If there was a dupe, you would definitely know about it. Yeah, there wasn't. That's my whole point. Like, you genuinely kind of don't even really need a dupe anymore. That's the funny part. Like, yeah, it would be great, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessary like it kind of used to be. It used to be necessary. Believe me, I played long enough to know how crazy it used to be and how, yeah, you were just kind of at the mercy of did something happen or no. But now you can make pretty much anything. Like, the only things that are really truly prohibitive are conduits, netherite, and I guess maces. And even then, if you're willing to dump several hours into getting those items, you can get a decent amount of them. I mean, it's still kind of something you're going to have to use baritone to do, but, you know, it's doable, is my whole point. The only item that's necessary to dupe right now is gaps, since they're not renewable. Well, true, but, like, gaps have been so duplicated over the years. And people have ender chests upon ender chests. And, like, there's all of this stuff. Like, no, I really just don't believe that gaps need to be duped right now. Yeah, theoretically we'll run out eventually. But I don't think we're near that time. Like, I have a whole shulker full. I don't think I'm ever going to go through that one shulker full of gaps. Like, I just don't. I join enough bases, I go to enough places, I find enough stuff lying on the ground to continually renew my supplies. Like, to be fair, that is anecdotal evidence and all that, but, like, I just don't think we're not at a point where scarcity has actually kicked in yet. There will probably be a gapple scarcity in some year far off from now, but that year is not this year. So I don't know. I don't know how it'll all go, but all I know is, for now, gapples are the only non-renewable item that is, like, something of importance. I would not be shocked if the meta becomes regenerating chunks or something. Or figuring out a way to get treasure to refresh. Like, there could be a bug with any number of things that lead to an outcome of that nature. Ooh. Oh, that's all white glass. No wonder. And And that's all black stained glass. Okay. So I need to get more of both. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So black and white stained glass panes. Okay. I got all the buttons earlier today. So we're done with Blackstone buttons. I'm happy about that. Gap dubs are like 30 USD. Really? Gaps are good in a pinch? Yeah. I duped my way into Jack's heart. I can't lie. He certainly had a way with arranging items in a pleasing manner. By the way, Alpha Computer is the one who duplicated all the quartz that we used originally. Way back when we were using... In 2017, when we were making Space Falcon. We called it Space Falcon 2.0 because it was like the 2.0 version of Space Valkyria. The first Space Valkyria. But ever since people's opinions settled on it being Space Falcon 2, the one that Jared griefed, and so Space Falcon 3 would be the next one. And I think Fit is the one who more or less helped cement the name. I just kind of acquiesced and started calling it Space Falcon 3. So that would also make this base Space Falcon 3 3. Space Falcon 33. Oh. I'll need some rockets. And food. Holy shit, I need food. I will never acquiesce. That's okay. You don't have to. For Alpha, it will always be Space Falcon 2.0. And in my heart, it's Space Falcon 2.0 as well. But I'm still calling the newest one Space Falcon 5, just because it makes everything concise. I was down here. Keeps everybody on the same page, more or less. Okay, there will also likely never be llamas at the base. I don't know about that. If we can keep this base alive until the Happy Ghast comes out. Remember, Alpha doesn't know about the Happy Ghast. But if that happens... Or, well, he does now, but, like, he didn't for a while. If we can get it until that point, we can slowly ship llamas and horses and pigs and cows and sheep and all that shit out here. That is kind of... Ooh, I'll take this stuff. That's kind of like the plan. But I'm not holding my breath that the base will last that long. Like, it'd be nice, but we don't have any ETA on 121.5 or 6 or 7 or 8. However many fucking 121 versions they'll end up making. Bro, can't dox you on an alternate dimension. There we go. I knew it was fucking glass everywhere. Why isn't it displaying? Anyway, Karma, how many gaps? Ask Karma how much gaps are. I mean, yeah, I guess the PvPers are churning through quite a few of them. But stashes are still quite full of gapples overall. We're not at the point where it's like universal scarcity. It's just scarcity in certain circles because they use them way too much. Yeah, the Happy Ghast is going to be interesting, but I'm not certain as to how effective it's going to be, nor how efficient, because of how slow they are. Plus, there's, like, pretty good chance someone will be camping end spawn, so getting an animal out here is just not... It ain't going to be that feasible. It's a bit of a pipe dream, I will not lie. But it is technically vanilla Boatfly. So, in a bizarre turn, you know, history does indeed repeat itself. It just doesn't always repeat itself in the way you expect. 3. So we'll see. GB has a higher chance of updating if a point 22 comes out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But we don't really know. Because, like, what is taking them? You know, why are they not just doing it 122? Like, what is their concern with just making it a full-blown next version, right? Like, why is that a problem? I don't know. Some kind of happy gas speed exploit. That's the hope, but I'm not holding my breath about that. They could do it, but they probably won't. So just beware. There probably won't be a happy gas exploit. They're very good about fucking with fun stuff nowadays. All the fun stuff is patched, save for exactly printer. And I guess Pearl Phase 2. Teleport some llama eggs, easy, yeah, I guess. Alpha went to a lot of trouble to get us those llamas back in the day. I feel very bad that those llamas never really came in handy. But, again, it'll be something. It's possible since you can hatch the happy gas in the end as well, you just have to drive gassed. That's not the problem, El Cayman. That is not the problem. That is not the issue I was referring to. The issue I was referring to is the fact that people are likely to be camping and the process is slow as hell. So good luck getting here in a timely manner. And also we have to have the drop itself, or the content, or the update, or whatever the fuck. Like, we gotta actually have that version of Minecraft, and then maybe, just maybe, we can do some happy gas shenanigans. And, maybe Space Valk 3 will have some animals. Who knows? What about Elytra speed right now? Not that I know of. There's just... Your max is like 240 or 200, somewhere in there. And that's it. Like, you're not allowed to go faster than that. The server will rubber band the shit out of you if you do that. I don't want to have that white glass in my inventory. It'll start saying the ceiling needs to be filled in. Nautilus drop is big enough in your eyes to be 122. Yeah, but they're not going to do it as a 122. They're going to do it as a 121.9 or 10 or whatever the fuck. The Nautilus drop is really cool, but I just would not put money on it being the next version. It's just going to be a 121 addendum, like every other version they've released in the last almost year. 121 dot whatever. It's looking like that's just going to be how they do things for some silly ass reason. It's so strange. Just make an update that's an update. Good God. Hello, Mike. You're touching that Space Valkyrian booty? No, you aren't. Not if I have anything to say about it. Oop. Ah, fuck. Let me up. Okay. Elytra durability is at about half. They recently patched fast bounce. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the fun stuff gets patched. They will probably just, you know, prevent whatever crazy thing they have to. I'm honestly surprised we didn't update to the Happy Gas version. But then again, who knows? Nautilus is 121.10 and 11. Yeah. Whatever number they settled on by the time they are done with the snapshot phase. Speaking of, they updated snapshot stuff today. So the spear will not eat up durability like fucking crazy, which I could have told you that was an insane addition. Like, they basically made the spear worthless by having it chew through all of that durability so quickly. So now maybe the spear will actually be an interesting PvP weapon, but we'll see. I heard you get no say. Yeah, we don't get no say. I can't get no satisfaction. Elytra speed not working equals slower base hunting. Yeah, but that doesn't really stop it. Good news, everybody. The leak in my basement has now slowed to a trickle. Yeah, but I still have a leak in my basement. Like, that's still actually really bad. Spear is enchantable with mending and lunge and sharpness. So that's going to be an interesting addition. I'm hoping the spear changes PvP in an interesting way. I'm just really hoping we get some sort of a shakeup with PvP. Makes for a food balance instead of gambling. Yeah, exactly. Like, the food option makes sense. Though, maybe not like an extremely large amount of food drainage, but still. Dehumidifier and some flex tape. Well, I'm joking when I say I have a leak in my basement. I'm comparing base hunting to having a leak in my basement. The base hunting meta was really, really strong for a while, and now it has slowed down a bit. Hooray! It's now no longer a full-blown broken pipe. It's now like a leaky faucet, or several leaky faucets. Like, it's still not a good thing to have. You would ideally not want them to exist at all, but if you had to have one, I guess, you know, it's not a bad one to have. Okay, there it is. Oh. Oh, I put white glass panes here. That is okay. The amount of things that I had to do, like the amount of changes I've made to this place. For a base that I built on for like 3 years and some change, you would think you'd remember more about what I did where. Nope. I still, like, get surprised by my block choices. Like, what was 2021 or 2022 Jack thinking? Or, oh, that was not a bad idea. I should do this choice again. Oh, this is a pretty cool little design. Like, I don't know. Hey, Universe, and welcome. It's least accessible, not like unlike the mace. Everybody has a mace now. That's not... Accessibility was not a problem with the mace. It's just not enough of a difference. The mace can kill, and it is used in PvP, but it's no better or worse than the sword. So people just do what they do. They'll either crystal you or they will anchor you, and then they'll chase you out of tight spots using a sword or a... and in some cases a mace. Oh wait, I was going that way. Gotta go this way. Space Falcon on the download was 10.6. Damn. It got real big. Yeah. That was crazy. Never imagined I'd make a base that's 10 million blocks big. like in terms of density. Oh my god, did I get all the red glass, the white stained glass, and the black stained glass? Panes, that is. I'm gonna keep one stack in my inventory just in case. There we are. And I need to make... I'll make one thing of... Or yeah, one stack's worth of panes. That'll do. Aha! So there are red stained glass panes. I knew it. Yeah, everybody has long since gambled enough to get maces. It's not hard. It just took determination, but like after 2 or 3 weeks, everybody had a mace. It just isn't that interesting. It's just cool for what it is, but it's not... It's like, it's kind of a gimmick still. And I knew that the mace would not realistically change the way people PvP'd. I knew that was a fool's errand. Oh, that's why. Okay. Still haven't gotten a mace. Well, you haven't bothered. Haven't left the inn since I have no way to pearl back. Oh! Yeah, don't do that then. Or do. I don't know. I'm not really sure what your plans are, Uni. But still. Okay, so there's that building. This building. Bam, bop, bing. Okay, so black stone buttons, red glass panes, white glass panes, black glass panes. Shit. I think we may kill, or not kill, but knock off 3 or 4. Oh, and the black stone buttons as well, if I didn't already count that. I may have, like, knocked out 4 material types this, like, all day. 1 day's worth of effort for 4 material types. I'll take it. Okay. 1 day's work, and it's actually beginning to look like we're getting somewhere. The finish line... Oh, yeah, we got all the quartz stairs, except for what's underneath the disc. So, like, quartz stairs was my personal demon. My paralysis demon was a quartz stair for, like, the longest time. And then we finally all got together, worked together, and finished those. So that's at least done, and I forget who said this, but they mentioned that, yeah, if you all can just get quartz stairs out of the way, that's like, that puts us over the 70% mark or something. And they were right. I think we're close to 80 now. Oh yeah, this doesn't fucking do anything. And also this had red stained glass. Oh. Okay. Now, was this... Aha! Okay, I thought that was supposed to be open. This is another 3x3 door. I didn't actually hook the redstone for that up yet, so I don't know if I'm going to bother. Oh, red glass panes. Fuck. I used those way more than I thought I did. Oh, it was blocks. Well, shit. Okay, red stained glass is not entirely finished. Hope's Crystal meta changes some days. It sucks. Yeah, I'm bored of it. I think a lot of people are bored of it. Played, I think, 2 hours since the last update. Damn. That's like next to nothing, man. You got to get yourself a big forever project that'll never be done, ever. So that you can feel like you've accomplished something. Finally got the pancape? Oh, yeah, I had that a while. I didn't finally get it. As it turns out, it was given to me or was in my inventory somehow. I don't really know how it works. Eh? All I know is I went to try to get the copper cape. Took them 24 hours, by the way, to give me the copper cape. And while I was trying to register it and get it all settled and all that shit, I noticed I had the pancape, and I was like, you know what? I kind of still like that. I'll take it. I'll use that for a while. Because it was the first kind of interesting cape they had introduced in a long while. Every other cape they had was like a dumb gimmick. Or some sort of like silly, you know, like Steve's face from the Minecraft movie. Like not really good looking. And the copper cape is the first really good looking cape they've introduced in a hot minute. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. That's actually not bad. Nothing like a hot mocha on a cold night to hit the spot. I'm doing my own 2BT Forever project, just not on, or big Forever project, just not on 2B. Yeah. Wish you the best of luck with that. Okay. Well, it's looking like I got that. Blossom cape looks nice. Yeah, I got the cherry blossom cape as well. I liked that one. But for the longest time, it was the migrator and cherry blossom cape, and those were the only ones worth anything in my eyes. Every other cape was just like a dumb gimmick cape, or it was kind of stupid. Like the TikTok cape or the Twitch cape or whatever. The various Minecon capes. Like, those just don't look that good, in my opinion. But they did actually make a semi-decent cape with the migrator cape. And then Future Client had its own cape. I don't really use Future Client that much while printing. I'll be switching back when we're finally done with this project. But, yeah, that's like a thing. Future Client's cape is pretty good. What else? You like the first Minecon cape? Yeah, the very first Minecon cape was not bad. It was the only way to get a cape for the longest time. It's whatever. But, overall, nah, I don't really give a shit. Okay, wow. Yeah. Holy damn. Okay. I'm going to fly back, repair my Elytra, get rid of the red and black and white stained glasses, and go... What was another item that I knew I need to print? There was another item I said I was going to print that wasn't leaves. Oh, rockets. Oh, come on, guys. Put the rockets in the rocket box. Or the rocket location. Okay, there's that. There's that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, there must be bits of red and black and white down at the bottom. Stuff that didn't get printed down way downstairs. Oh, actually, before I get too sidetracked, I need rockets and repair elytra. Rockets, repair elytra. Okay. I'm just going to put these boxes of rockets that go on the rocket wall. They're easy to get. Just go right here. Oh, that's empty. Those are crystals, not rockets. Why are these out? Whatever, somebody... Oh, maybe they were grabbing ice. Okay, rockets, repair elytra. I love how this was all organized and it's slowly becoming not. Rockets belong anywhere they fit. They're like cats. Yeah, but boxes of rockets don't belong on the ground if we can help it. There we go. Nice and repaired. I should make an XP shower system like Pyrobyte had. Oh wow, all the jungle leaves are out here. Wait. Who printed all the topiaries for the jungle leaves in here? Huh. Cool. Son of a bitch. Aha! Yeah, it was red stained glass panes. I knew it. Bam. Bop. Bing. Boom. There we go. Got all the glass on that. Oh, that must be white stained glass. That looks to be out on one of those arms. Oh shit! Nobody filled these in. It's just a bunch of windows that have no window in them. Okay, now that's just something somebody fucking broke to get in and out. Heathens. Use the doors. It's what they're there for. Man. Cleaning up after people is like half the battle. You know, Tristan still had world edit because there's no shit you can build the finished single player copy so quick. It's not world edit, it's printer. I've been raving about this for months. It's printer. Yeah, you can build it quickly with 10 people and a killer printer mod. Oh. Must be, Ah, that's a crafting table. That explains it. Okay. We're sitting pretty for now. For exactly right this moment. That was a white glass block missing. What? Yeah. But yeah, printer is really good, man. Absolutely illegitimate as all hell. Will totally get patched, probably sooner rather than later. But 10 out of 10 would print again. Okay. I think there were a few walls of Blackstone missing. I don't recall if they got done or not. I'm going to do those real fast. I know most of the Blackstone walls got addressed, but we'll see. First base to reach 10 million, maybe since the 70K, the sky is 70K short. Okay. Polished Blackstone, okay. Yeah, and then smooth quartz. Yeah, we're good with all this. Glass, glass, glass. That was not glass. It's obsidian. That needs to go in the obsidian thing. Fuck, this is more just random junk. Dark oak goes in the wood box. Let us endeavor to clean ourselves up a little bit. That's skulk. Oh yeah, skulk. That was it. I was going to try printing all that skulk. I'm going to have to check to make sure I actually have the right schematic. I don't think I do. Because my schematic is one that I made myself, and it's for schematic things. But it's a little different from the schematic that everybody else made. It may not have the updated end gateways. Or rather, my schematic may show end gateways instead of the skulk that we had settled on. And this is probably still not enough skulk. I'll have to figure that out later. Okay, Blackstone walls. Buttons we're good on. It's all just regular Blackstone. Okay, cool. Okay. I know we can do prismarine. We can do regular prismarine. There's a lot of that. All the pylons had prismarine in them. Problem is, these shulkers are not, like, optimal for that. So, I don't know. I don't want to have to haul around that many shulkers of things. What is a thing that I have not done that I know could be done really easily? Oh. More Blackstone wall. Oh, that's regular Blackstone. Polished. Regular. Okay. Somebody made the regular version instead of the polished version, which is unfortunate, but not hardly that uncommon of a mistake to make. Damn it. I hate this mouse. Gotta get a new one. I'm pretty sure we're good on quartz, and we're good on stairs, and we're good on all that. I don't know why people have these maps. These maps are all wiped. Except that one. That one's not wiped. That's all, like, yeah, all of these things are, like, wiped. I don't know why people keep these maps around. Like, there's one map, or no, 2 maps that function. The rest are just whatever. Or 3 maps. Number 4 function. Like, what do these even map to? Where even is that site? Like, why do people bother? If that's like... Oh! Lime terracotta. I know where this goes. I can do that. Hell yeah. I hope the lime terracotta was not all done. Because if so, I'm going to feel stupid. There were these trees that I made. The emerald trees. And they're really cool. And I have a feeling they were already finished. No, they're not. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Yes, I can feel useful. Okay, I gotta ignore those Blackstone walls. They're just annoying. We'll get to those. Shame the end gateways weren't possible. Would have been cool. I mean, that many gateways? No. It's not realistic at all. You're building this all by myself. No, I have other people helping me. It's just time zones. Some of them aren't available at the moment. East Alpha did almost all the quartz. He placed like 1 million quartz. It's really just legitimately insane. So he did all that. And then there we go. Who else? Ender, Kill, did a bunch of stuff. There's just a bunch of people around who have done a ton of things on this project. So no, I'm not alone, not by far. It's just there's so much to keep track of. Come on, go where I want you. But they are rare, gotta keep them? What do you mean? The end gateways, they're not rare. 112.2 before maps. Oh, those maps were rare, you gotta keep them. Nah, those maps are garbage, who cares? I think they're being overwritten even, because the IDs are being used up. We'd have built it around the 0-0 gateways, it would never be found there. Uh-huh. How much Tylenol was required to place 1 million quartz alone? He just went crazy. He just went crazy on it. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, damn, I'm going to need so many blackstone walls. This is not hardly anywhere near done. I was told the blackstone wall situation was amended. Maybe he meant deep slate. I know people like Nether and Ender, people mix those words up. Maybe he meant to say deep slate and not blackstone. I don't know why people mix up deep slate and blackstone, but they verbally often do. It's not really anyone's fault. It's just weird, and it's an odd quirk. Like Ender and Nether, people verbally mix them up all the time for some reason. Don't know. It's just one of those things. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get like 4 or 5 shulkers of blackstone to finish this off, but it shouldn't be that bad. If I can actually unironically finish the blackstone walls tonight, that'd be great. Because then I can go back to the overworld tomorrow and just spend all day getting leaves. Because that's kind of something I wanted to do, is just take a day off to go and do a brainless task that will help to, you know, propel us to fruition here. And simultaneously have it be not something really streamable, but like something I can just not think about and just do. Because like I can make baritone do that. Hey baritone, mine leaves, and it'll do it. Mostly. Baritone may be a little special education sometimes, but at least it can do that much. Okay. Lamau, why Tylenol? Because Tylenol causes autism. Did you not know that? It only causes it in pregnant women, apparently. That's the word on the street. And the funny thing about that was that this was a study done by the British Health Organization or whatever the fuck, like 4 or 5 years ago. They recommended pregnant women not take Tylenol. But to be fair, that makes sense because, and I hate to say this, this is sadly true, Tylenol was okayed. Good God, when was Tylenol okayed? Like 100 years ago? When was Tylenol approved for use? In 1951, okay, it wasn't 100 years ago, but it was like 70 years ago. Yeah, 51 to 2021 would be 70 years. So yeah, Tylenol was approved for use for the very first time 70 years ago. Here's the thing about any drug and the methods by which they approve them for use. In the olden days especially, the drug trials were not as thorough and as legitimately well done, right? Because if you're going to do a drug trial, you really shouldn't half-ass it. And the problem with a lot of drug trials, especially in the 40s, 50s, and so on, was that only men were likely to ever actually participate in said drug trials, which means that you are approving a drug effectively for technically anyone, but you're not taking into account the differences between men and women in terms of their chemical biological processes. And so you may or may not be missing any potential, accidental side effects or problems that you're just not aware of, because only men were tested for Tylenol. And yeah, I know it's Tylenol. What's wrong with acetaminophen? It's just fucking Tylenol. It's not that special. But the problem is that any drug, doesn't matter what it is, any drug has some kind of side effect. Any chemical you put in your body will have some sort of effect, good or bad. And so a lot of people blindly believe for decades, oh, well, this drug is okayed by the FDA, so it has to be good, or it has to be fine, or it has to be safe, or it has whatever. No, that is foolish. Just because a drug is okay doesn't make it automatically fine in every circumstance. If you take Tylenol with aspirin, like, you could do that on accident and not even realize you did it. Especially if you're old and you didn't pay attention or something. Like, you can absolutely fuck yourself up with numerous medications. A Tylenol type medication being approved 70 years ago, like, all that means is that it is possible that there might be some gaps in our knowledge because we thought we knew enough when we really kind of probably didn't. Oh, holy shit, I'm almost out of walls. And now I'm out of walls. Okay. I'll come back to the wall monstrosity here in a bit. I'm going to do all the lime terracotta. So yeah, this notion of, well, Tylenol was approved, and so, for years people took it and blah, 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 blah. No, people could have taken Tylenol for years and suffered any number of side effects we were just not aware of. And they were minor enough for people to just not really pay attention to it. So, and then there's the other fact that when you're pregnant, you can't and shouldn't take drugs of any kind if you can avoid it. Because you really never know what sorts of side effects there can be. So, yeah, maybe there is something to the Tylenol causes aspirin the Tylenol causes autism in unborn children. Like, maybe there's something to that. I don't know, but start up a study. Do something about that. We all already know that Tylenol taken in excess will cause liver damage. One dumb fuck TikToker killed herself taking too much Tylenol because she ruined her liver after the Trump thing came out, and she took an ass ton of Tylenol as some sort of a protest. And guess what? If you get more than 4 grams of Tylenol in a day, it'll cause liver damage. If you cause too much of your damage, or if you cause too much damage to your liver, it'll just kill you. It's a vital organ you need to live. So maybe don't do that. Yeah, there are retards everywhere. What can you say? But no, like, that, just because it's Trump's health department suggesting, oh, well, it's Donald Trump related, so it has to be bad. Like, no, actually, any old medicine, and I mean really old medicine, you should kind of take a sideways glance at and go, well, have we reevaluated this lately? Aspirin is really, really old. Guess what? Aspirin may lower your chance of having a heart attack, or rather, it may lower your chance of having a blood clot. But it has in the past been linked to higher chances of heart attacks. Aspirin regimens are even more likely to cause that. And aspirin's a medicine we've had for about 100 years. I think actually probably a little longer than that. Just because it's old and reliable doesn't mean it's foolproof. And it certainly doesn't mean you know everything about what could happen if you took it in under certain circumstances. The British investigated, must be something behind it. Well, they did so in 2020. This was like right during the COVID times when everybody was a panic about health-related things. So yeah, it came out that there may not actually be as much to this as we think, but it may not be foolproof either. Again, pregnant women are especially vulnerable, as are their unborn children. So yeah, like any number of bad things can happen if you're introducing chemicals into an environment that wouldn't otherwise have them. Hey, yes, man, welcome. The issue is autism is a genetic mutation, is usually passed down from family members. It's way older than Tylenol, but that doesn't mean that it can't be changed or you can't induce it to some degree. Dementia is genetic, but you can also induce dementia. There's no guarantee you will have dementia if you do or don't have the genes for it. But you can do wrong, bad, awful, stupid things and give yourself dementia when you get older. You absolutely can. Diseases like, I don't know if I'd want to classify autism as a disease, but conditions that are outside the norm of the human body can be induced in some cases. It's not foolproof. I'm sorry, it just isn't. Tylenol affects your DNA strands, that would definitely be something to look into. Well, actually, I wouldn't be shocked if it doesn't affect your DNA when you're gestated. But remember, this is unborn children. When you're an adult or when you're a kid, at different stages of your life, certain amounts of your genes are turned off. That's something that a lot of people don't understand. Your DNA, not every section of your DNA is always active at all times. Bits of your DNA are active at certain times, but a lot of your DNA is turned off, especially when you're an adult, because the DNA that was responsible for you generating eyeballs or your arms or fingers, well, that DNA has served its purpose. You're an adult, you've gestated, you're done. That DNA is turned off. You don't need it anymore. If it were active, it would give you cancer, or it would up your cancer chances. Not a good thing. So that DNA gets turned off. But when you're an unborn child in your mother's womb, more of your DNA is active because you're developing your body, and Tylenol can have an interaction with these things that we do not really fully understand because we've just not done the right tests or studies to understand it. So actually studying in vitro, or not, what is it? Is it in vitro? In vivo. That's the word I'm looking for. Studying things in vivo is not, that means in living creatures, is not an easy thing to do. And because it's humans, you know, you can't fuck around with people's health on purpose just to see what'll happen. Hello, Azertix, welcome. Just visited Space Falcon 3, good. Hope you enjoyed it. There's no such thing as junk DNA. No, I'm not talking about junk DNA. I'm talking about DNA that is no longer active. Professionals would have to investigate it. Right, exactly. But that's an ethical problem, because what if it really does cause autism? Then you're forcibly inducing autism in the course of a trial or a study. For what? So, I don't know. Like, it's very murky, very, very gray area. Yes, I'm on Tubi right now. Amazing God. So yeah, it's just not something you want to really screw around with. You have to be so careful with people's health. Yeah. Don't really use Tylenol that often. Fair. 2 biggies, 2 tingle. Lowering a mass population's IQ for what? Yeah, I don't know. You really shouldn't induce conditions in people before they're born just because you know you can. Or what have you. I don't know. It's such an ethical kerfuffle. Realistically, when you're pregnant or you're under, some sort of medical doctor's advising, you should just try to avoid being Avoid being foolish with medication. That was a joke? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't realize. I'm not gonna have enough lime terracotta. This might explain the average lack of geographical knowledge in the US. I don't know, maybe. That shouldn't be there. What the hell? I'm gonna pull from my personal private obsidian collection. Ooh. I need to get another bit of obsidian to replace the amount in that stack. Oh, I don't know where this goes. Oh well. I'm gonna fix the grass and the Enderman problem as like a last thing. Fuck Pop-Pop groomed him? What? I don't know. I don't know anything about Ox personally. I wonder if there's a link between Tylenol and 2BGT players. That's a good question. We have enough! We got it! Hell yeah, it didn't even take a shulker. Alright. Hey, we got all the lime terracotta. Okay, that's cool. So that's that done. I need to get Blackstone stairs. Blackstone stair into the sun. 10 kilos of E? Oh my god. Why? What? That, you can't use that much. It'll go bad before you could actually make use of it. What the fuck? Online furry bubbles are probably worse than Tylenol. Yeah, probably. But nobody's doing a study on those. People prefer to not think about online communities. I can go there. Junk drawer, junk drawer. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, 5 boxes. That's probably enough. Okay, so I was told... Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Well, I was told I could use the spacebar to repeat a craft. I didn't know you could do that. Turns out if you do that too much, it kicks you. What is this base called, Amazing Tab? Well, guess what? It's Space Valkyria 3. Space Valkyria 33. Does 2B cause autism, or is it a mere correlation? I'm sure there's a correlation. Is it good? I don't know. Oh, you bought a 3DS from eBay. It was all in Japanese. Oh, that's funny. Did you figure out how to turn it back? Talking about what I'm eating. Yeah. Yeah. Fries from Five Guys. Burgers and fries. Oh, shit. It didn't, Wow, it does not like that. What the hell? Well, poop. Learn the more niche you get, the more autistic you get. Yep. Niche is in a niche, yeah. And niches tend to attract hyper-specific, you know, very specialized types. People who hyper-fixate or obsess. I'm sure that's the correlation, more or less. Visited both Space Valk 3 ruins. Good. Well, whenever this one gets to be a ruin, you can visit it too. When you know there's been a private dupe on 2B, but you can't prove it. I'm sorry about your thought, but I'm telling you, it was all farmed. It was not duplicated. Now, you can't change a Japanese console to English. You can still tell what stuff it is, but it's annoying. Oh. Okay, well, I gotta stop doing the spacebar thing because it's obvious 2B does not like that. I just gotta shift click like normal. Damn. That was crazy. Okay. All this shit was farmed, I'm telling you. Literally. Like, it can't possibly have not been farmed. Everything here is farmable. Amethyst is farmable. Quartz is very farmable. Leaves are farmable. Obsidian's very farmable. Beacons are probably duped to hell and back, but that's just because beacons are duped in general. Glass is very farmable. What's another thing here? Concrete isn't too bad farmable-wise. Copper is very easy to get in large amounts. Dragon eggs are fucking everywhere. White oak, or pale oak rather. We made a farm for pale oak the day of when that shit was released. Redstone and wood are farmable. Redstone's farmable. Gold carrots are easily farmable. Gapples are unique, but it's just how it is. So yeah, like, no, unironically, we didn't have to dupe. I don't know if anything has been duped. I've not heard of any dupes. But like, all this base was farmed. All those netherite blocks that I inadvertently voided like a week or two ago. I think it was like two, almost 3 weeks ago now. Yeah, all of that shit was baritoned. I still feel bad. I still feel very bad. The idea of inadvertently dying into the void with netherite blocks and shulkers is just... Oof. God, what a nightmare. Some people just like digging for netherite. I don't know what the deal... I don't know what to tell you. Some people like making bases. Some people like PvPing. Some people hunt endlessly for hours and hours and hours just to find a single stash. Just is what it is. I remember watching that on stream. I know. Oof. That was a rough morning, man. That was a rough morning. I was not happy. And that was Ice Tank's printer's fault, too. Like, that soured me on Ice Tank's printer. I got that, you were still connected to this proxy bullshit. So my body was on 2B2T, doing things, but I was not in my body. And, because my body was flying, or gliding, rather, it kept going. And without me at the helm, glided right into the void. That was before we did all the glass walls. Holy hell, that was almost a month ago. Or about a month ago, something like that. Also the archive to check out the old bases. Yeah. This will likely get put on the archive as well whenever it's done. Or, well, by done, I mean done for, not finished. Maybe it'll be finished. I don't know. But yeah, when this place is done for, it'll also end up on the archive. It's proof that it was, on the server. You know how it is. Tristan used the same logic when he had access to the server? I mean, I guess. But, like, it's pretty obvious all this stuff was farmed, though. The Blackstone stuff has been around for a while. As netherite, I mean, yeah, it's a lot. I don't know. I've been told it was dug up. You know, baritoned. So I'm just going to assume they wouldn't lie to me and that it was indeed dug up. I don't know. Personally, I don't really care. I just care to actually have the base itself. Oh my god. So many fucking... Jack, you did ended up getting the copper cape. Yes. I'm pretty sure I did. I got a the invoice in my email saying, "Thank you for your redemption or your purchase," or whatever the fuck. I had to go to Twitch and get a code from some random Spanish streamer. He was the only guy streaming at that time who had the affinity to give you a code. And it took like 2 days for it to show up, but you know, I got it. I guess that was Microsoft or Mojang or whatever having to process all of that. So yeah, no, I got it. I definitely know I got it. I should get off my lazy ass and go change it just to prove that I have it. But I'm enjoying the pan cape. I like it. It almost, from an angle, it almost looks fiery. You know? Like the wings are on fire. I wish capes were like wings in Terraria. Or at the very least, I wish they were, like, customizable. Huh? Damn it. But yeah. Oh man, the customizability would be so cool. Ow. Lovely Lecture is just 2 pieces of pancakes with butter on them. Yeah. It's honestly really clever. I want more clever designs like that. You know, designs that are not like Steve's face. Like, no, give me something interesting. Like copper grates. The copper grate cape is an amazing idea. Why didn't they think of that sooner? Why not do that with netherite? Why not do that with iron? Why not do it with gold? Like, that's 4 cape types I just gave you right there for free. Like, and they could just be generic capes that you could purchase if they're like really intent on making Java profitable or whatever the fuck, right? Just make it make sense. You want a cool, oh, what's the word? Fuck, I'm blanking on the word. You want a cool, not aesthetic. What's the word? It's, God damn it. What is the word where it's cosmetic? That's the word. Anyway, yeah, you want a cool cosmetic that, you know, it'll make you look neat on Java and or Bedrock or whatever. Like, sell the fucking capes. Sell new types of cape. Not that hard. These are very straightforward ideas. Like, I don't know. Whatever. What did you have to say, Bep? It's something to do with, like, spawn masons, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, really. It's a meme. I don't think it means anything. Or if it did mean something, the meaning has since been lost. You know how it is. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna do this many. Make them walls. There we go. Minecraft movies are capes that I just grabbed for the hell of it and I'll never use them again. Yeah, but like that's terrible. Like that's legitimately just bad. Like, oh yeah, I wanted the capes because I want them as, you know, a unique thing to collect because it's limited time only or whatever. But I'm never actually going to use it. Well, isn't that just pathetic on Mojang's part? Like, you got the people who have FOMO, but they aren't gonna take pride in wearing them? Like, you have a whole slew of blocks that you could easily turn into a cape type. And you're not gonna? Like, you just suddenly realize, oh yeah, copper is, because of the new, you know, Copper Age drop or whatever they're calling it. Like, copper is marketable. Well, gee, it's almost like all the other blocks are kind of marketable now, too. Bep is a video game reference. Oh, okay. Whatever. I don't really give a shit. I don't know. Just, how hard is that? Make an interesting thing. Ooh. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. There we go. All right, some bits over there. Got to go into the iron foundry. There's lots over there. Okay, and so I'm just seeing all of the stuff underground. Okay, I think that finally finishes the radio tower, except for the many multitude of blocks of netherite we have yet to procure. We're going to have to hit somebody up who has a large netherite amount. There's way better capes in your collection, but the people who use them do it because they literally don't have another cape. That's fine. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. If I found this base, I would definitely be in a fit vid. No, probably not. Fit is licking his... He's kicking his feet up in the air thinking about this base. No, he isn't. Fit doesn't know that we're doing this. Fit doesn't really keep in contact with anyone anymore. Like, some of us are able to get a hold of him, but, like, he doesn't care about whatever we're doing on 2B now. He's living his own life. And, you know, I get that. He's moved on. Just is what it is. It's nothing personal. How I wish he'd come back and actually, like, be a player again, but he's not. It's just all there is to it. You just got to get used to that idea. Sentenced to be Jack Black forever. Ooh. I mean, Jack Black is a cool guy and all, but, like, I don't know that I would want to be a Jack Black impersonator. Oh, man. A Jack Black impersonator. There are going to be Jack Black impersonators just like Elvis, aren't there? Are you on Twitch? Is that the other chat I'm talking to? No, it would... I'm not talking to another chat. Like, occasionally people will whisper to me on the server. Like, sometimes that's what I'm... Or someone has messaged me on Discord, but it's not another chat. I'm only on YouTube. I don't stream on Twitch. Twitch is... Oh, my God. I heard... There was some really nasty happenings in the Twitch sphere. I do kind of, like, keep tabs on what's going on Twitch because it is the competitor platform. Oh my God, like Twitch is just in a fucking state. They let a very big streamer of theirs get harassed terribly at an IRL convention this past weekend. And it's made the rounds as like the biggest, you know, the biggest stink in quite some time. It's a mess. It's a mess. Found a screenshot with a chat from Fit in 2015 that hard impact sexual violence. High impact? You mean? That was a meme at that time. I want to say I don't fully remember. I remember there was this one really fucking funny sword name. Pack of rabid midget dwarf, and then I'm not going to say the other word, but and it was such a funny death message. God, I miss those days. Okay, I could probably get those from the ceiling. What is missing? Okay, so there's some over there. Some right there. A lot over there. Oof. I've got a lot to do. Damn it. There we go. Emiru. Yeah, that was her. Poor girl. I feel bad for her. But also, she was warned to not go. So, I don't know. Well, VTuber at the Twitch event had his fans' gifts throw... Oh, man. Yeah, there are a lot of really unsavory characters that work at Twitch, as it turns out. And they're not exactly, you know, cooperative or helpful. So at a certain point, you know, you just have to go, is Twitch even worth my time? I think the answer to that question is no. Which is why, and I knew that way back in like 2021 when I started streaming. Or when I was eyeing prospectively being a full-time streamer, content creator. And I was like, yeah, Twitch is not where I'm going to be. Twitch is shit. Even in 2020, 2021, I knew Twitch was shit. Like, it just took more time for that to come out. I don't know. Homework time? Okay, take care, amazing. Have a good homework. Have a good time. Were you think he was a normal player before YouTube? Yeah, kind of, but not really. I guess because none of you guys knew him as a, quote, normal player, but I did. So it's difficult for you to imagine because you just never knew him, but it's still kind of difficult for me to imagine him as a, quote, big YouTuber. Because he was just Silent Pedro. He was just a dude who played the server like anyone else. I don't know. It never mattered. And then suddenly it mattered so much, the whole server's history's changed as a result. It's crazy. Damn it. There we go. Ah, fuck. I just want to get up on that stupid ledge. Okay. There we have it. I would like E-Bounce back. Just like a very soft Elytra bounce like what Future can do. If I had a way to disable Future except for the E-Bounce and then merge the two with this, that would be great. And I'm going to need... Oh, no. I have another stack of rockets. That's right. Yeah, I'm so glad I brought 2 stacks. Oh, hell no, not the gatekeeping. Twitch has been less of a downrolled spot for it. The only reason I Twitch it is when the Cape promotion happened. Yeah, exactly. I only went there exactly for the Cape promotion, and then I quickly vamoosed. There we go. But there is where all the good money and richness is. You can't literally grow if you're a small creator. The platform shadow bans you. Kind of, yeah. I think Twitch is something of a bubble because Amazon runs the show and it loses them money and they know it. They don't care about Twitch. They don't care about the people, you know, who work for them essentially. And they certainly don't care about the state of the platform itself. So you tell me, is that worth anyone's time? Because I don't think it is. hell no, not the gatekeeping. What do you mean the gatekeeping? Hopefully something like Kick can give them actual competition. We've been saying that for years. I stopped streaming on Kick for pretty much the exact reason that it just wasn't going to happen. Kick is not green Twitch. Kick is a shot in the dark that'll probably never actually come true. Or never come to be what Twitch is. I just don't expect that to happen. I expect YouTube to take some of Twitch's market share, right? I'm expecting YouTube to swoop in when Twitch has this, like, whatever big bad apocalypse comes to Twitch, because I'm feeling it, you know, I feel it in my bones. Something's gonna happen and Twitch is gonna take a real bad nosedive. And when that happens, YouTube's gonna swoop in and just eat their lunch, because the timing will be perfect. I don't know. Kick is white painted gambling sponsorships. Yeah, that's also sadly the truth. Kick and gambling go together like heroin and a man on the streets in San Francisco. Or no, not heroin, fentanyl. Kick and gambling go together like fent zombies on the streets of San Francisco. Like they just match so, they just complement each other so wonderfully. Whoa. Oh shit, did I run out of stuff yesterday? I thought I did all the things in here. Guess not. Okay, so there's that. Is that the undead exhibit? I think that is the undead exhibit. No, it's not. It's the teleport pylon. Man, I wish we could use gateways, or create gateways, or link gateways, or whatever in survival. That would be so cool. Gatekeeping in the sense that Twitch doesn't allow smaller streamers to get an audience, only the established ones. Yeah, that's another thing. From what I understand, the only good way to truly grow is to make YouTube videos, which I hate doing, and then promote your Kick, or your Twitch rather. Sorry, Freudian slip. Promote your Twitch, promote your whatever, and do that on the side. Sure, whatever. But in all honesty, like, there is so much of a top heaviness to streaming as a whole, to content creation as a whole. Like, it's also, you got to be a big name or else you're not getting nothing. Found a dupe, you would gatekeep it, replicate 2019? What do you mean 2019? Everybody knew about the dupe in 2019. There was no gatekeeping of a dupe in 2019. Everybody fucking used that dupe then. The chunk dupe was the most prolific, most powerful dupe in all of 2B2T history. Everybody did it. Whatever. Why do you hate doing videos? I love watching them. I just don't find joy in producing videos. I find joy in making a thing and bringing you all along for the ride. I don't enjoy doing like this incredibly, I'm just going to say it, it's all fake. Videos are all so set up and so orchestrated. They're fake. They come off as fake. Like, every polished video I've ever watched has had some flavor of, it was all just so perfect, you know? The shot, framing, all of it. It's all just perfect. Everything is just fucking perfect. It took me 3 tries. Yes, because I was adjusting my ass. My ass is falling asleep. I'm sorry. I kept hitting blocks that were not, you know, the crafting table. My ass is hurting. Shut up. Anyway, you have to hustle both YouTube and Twitch to succeed. Yeah, exactly. It's just one of those things where, like, I only want to have fun. I'm not in it to burn myself out and do all this stuff to stay ahead of the rat race. I got out of the rat race to avoid having to be in the rat race. Or to avoid the burnout of being in the rat race. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's self-defeating. I'm already getting burnt out with Space Falcon 3 again. I'm good, thanks. Oh, son of a bitch. Couldn't even land in the little niche that I wanted to land in. There we... Oh, fuck you, game. There we go. Maybe I should be using level 1 rockets up here. I don't know. That junkie sounds lit. A little bit. Saw a junkie yesterday near my sister's school. This is wearing nothing but boxers talking to a pole. Holy shit. Call the police. It was Mike. No, I don't think it was Mike. Nice try, though. You keep trying to slander poor Mike. You will not succeed. The police were called as you drove off. Good. Hopefully that doesn't become a repeat thing. How common of an occurrence is that, S-Man? Hopefully not. Do you all have a lot of junkies traipsing around the place in Australia? Mike already slanders himself anyway? Maybe. Wait. This should be... Yeah, we don't have quartz. Okay. Shite. Oh, all the stairs here are messed up. I see. Gonna have to fix that. I thought we were done with that shit. Oh well. Sister said there was a similar guy last week, but he was wearing a shirt. Oh well. I guess that makes it all better then. Keck reminds me of my last commute home from work. Really? Is that bad? Homeless guy talking to himself just randomly started dancing next to a female workmate who took the same bus, then moved on to me when she avoided him. Ooh. Yikes. Yeah, there's no winning when you got a homeless junkie floating around. It's a lot like a hornet or a bee that's like adamant that it wants to sting someone. And it'll just sort of drift around until they can find a target to aggro on and then sting them. And so yeah, a random junkie who's strung out on whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's a lot like that. You're just kind of at their mercy. And you can't realistically... Like, you can't really hurt them even, because obviously they're kind of not in their right mind. But also it feels bad, because, like, you know they're not all there. I don't know. It's a mess. It's just a mess. Okay, so we got a bunch of... Whoops. It's very sad how some homeless junkies are misunderstood geniuses like Terry Davis. I mean, yeah, but Terry didn't want help. That was the problem. Terry Davis was a genius and all, but he didn't want his condition to be controlled. And he didn't want to stay on top of owning his condition. So it ate him alive. Don't know what to tell you. If it was a sort of manageable kind of circumstance, it would be different. But no. His condition killed him because schizophrenia is just that bad. It's a disease you have to stay on top of 24/7. No breaks. He was apparently quite interesting before he went off the deep end. Or before his schizophrenia really flared up, that is. And well, that's how it is. Shite. Okay. Ow. A lot of people with PhDs. Okay. I don't know how many junkies or homeless people have PhDs, but all right. 2018 will be 10 years ago in 20 months? Jesus. No, not in 20 months. That won't put us at 2028. That'll put us at 2027. That's 34 months. Oh. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm doing math incorrectly. I could be. Okay. Bam. There we go. I'm gonna get all the blackstone walls that I can. Oh, holy shit. Oh my god, I forgot how much there is in the casino. Yikes. That's gonna be annoying. As is this. How are these not finished? Somebody did some of these, but not all of these. I don't get it. Troll? Uh-huh. Well, in that case, if you want to troll me, I'll troll you. Ooh, how many walls did I put in that place? Good God. Yeah, blackstone walls are nowhere near done. I don't know what Ender was saying. Yeah, he must have mixed up polished deep slate with polished blackstone. Had to have. Yeah, there's a giant line of them right there. Whoa. Here we go. To be fair, some of these walls are in a very annoying arrangement. So it's kind of my fault from X number of years ago that I did this. I'm reaping what I have sown. All right, cool. Okay. The casino is going to be annoying. I think I'll save the casino for last. Let's go into the little house thing. I don't think this is a mansion. There we go. Why did I put a wall on top of a fucking note block? I don't know. Ask Jacktherippa from 4 years ago. I don't even remember when I made this house. It had to have been 2021. Maybe. Parents used to be junkies. Now they only smoke and sell weed. How nice. How lovely. What an upgrade. Man, my father used to rob liquor stores. Now he only robs kids of their lunch money. Like, I'm joking, by the way. For legal purposes, that was a joke and not real. But yeah, it's, that's still not exactly an upgrade, shall we say. I don't know what I would do if my parents sold weed. That would be insane. Did I put any up here? I did not. Boop. I'm glad I can reach through walls. It's so cool. Do not troll face you? Okay. I designed a Pop Bob soda can with the Pepsi font because it was funny how you people called pop soda to drink. Okay. Sure. Whatever. I suggested the Iron Factory in 2021. Wow. That long ago, huh? My, how time has flown. Okay, I'm probably not going to hook up a lot of the redstone for some of the houses that have, like, redstone doors to them. Maybe I will. I don't know. I can only think of, like, 2 or 3 locations that need their redstone anyway. I mean, it's pretty easy to print that stuff. Maybe I should just break down and do it. I have the kits and stuff. I'm just kind of used to that type of stuff. I grew up in these types of environments. Good God, that's not good. That is not a thing that you should have to get used to. Like, I get that you're used to it, but like, ew. That's not cool. Nope, I looked at him. Fuck. And he's all like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Well, hell. Where did he teleport to? I don't get that. How did they just fucking vanish? I thought they were supposed to harass the shit out of me first. Whatever. If the Enderman's gone, the Enderman is gone. Where do Endermen go when they teleport in the end? Right? They teleport through the end to teleport around in the overworld, but like, where do they go? You know? I don't know. Oh, what's wrong? Now. The little baby stirred. She's awoken. What do you got to say for yourself? What's that mean? You been a good girl? I know you've been asleep all night. Well, all stream anyway. Oh, God damn it, I looked at him too. All right, you piss off. Who's my favorite Rage comic character? I don't have one. I don't think about that stuff. Hello, Charcoal. Welcome. It's been a hot second since I saw you here. It's so weird that I've been doing Space Valk 3 for the first time in a while, and it has brought back so many people who, like, sat through older streams and such. It's really kind of funny. In an ironic sort of way, I guess. Now. Oh boy, the princess is gonna demand her exodus from my room soon. Okay, maybe it'd be easier to go floor by floor instead. Okay, Ellie, hush. I'll get you out. I'll let you out in a sec. Just be quiet. Let me get somewhere safe. Because I have a feeling those Endermen who have teleported away may yet teleport back. I need to put doors on these rooms Okay, okay. Hold on. There we have it. She done. She out. The princess has left the building. Princess Poopy Butt is no longer in earshot, so you all can say whatever bad things you want to say about her, and she won't know. Anti-air's idea is cool, but the only real use of it is probably defending a base from snooping people, but it can easily be bypassed by tunneling. Oh, okay. Anti-air. Not quite sure what that is. Let me leave my body to attend my cat. Yeah. That always scares me, I agree, but it has to happen. She wants out. She wants out. It happened again? What happened again? My almost quit smoking. He used to smoke 20 times every day, but now he smokes every other day. Your dad. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, good luck to him. Quitting smoking's not an easy task, so I hope he can. The video you sent me earlier. Oh, that. Okay. Realistically, that's never going to stop anyone, like you said. But hey, it's a cool idea in theory. Princess Molly has to come back. They never came back since 2021. Yeah, that's fine. If people who don't come back, that's just how it is. VTuber model tweaking out? What do you mean? I was just adjusting things. Nothing's happened. It's probably because I moved off camera to go let her out my door. That's not really that unique. Happens all the time. Okay, so that is... that is the casino, and then there's some pylons underneath. Okay, so the casino's big, but that's like the last big collection of Blackstone walls that I have to, you know, amass. Yeah, I think we'll be getting it soon. It's also impractical if you want to surprise people because it takes too many resources and time to make. Well, what about... Oh, holy shit. What is happening? Hello? What is going on? Why can't I move? Eh? What the fuck? Internet? No, not internet. 2B2T. What the hell? Do I already know why Alpha Computer is a monkey? I don't know. He never told me. He never had a reason. It's just the skin that he chose. You've been trapped in my mind palace. What? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Why can't I do anything? What the hell happened? There we go. Okay, so the server itself went kaput. I figured. Dragged to Hypixel Limbo. Oh, shut up. I'm not going to Hypixel Limbo. Yeah, no, the server itself, like the whole ass queue, the whole ass server, everything went... Oh, well. Well, I guess that's as good a place as any. It's happened 2 times today. I must have missed it. Yeah, that's as good a place as any to say goodbye, good night, good farewell. You guys have a great evening. I will catch you all tomorrow. Or no, I'll catch you Thursday for... maybe 2B2T, maybe an art stream. I've been wanting to bring back the art streams. It just kind of happened this way. But yeah, we will probably be doing Blender if I do an art stream. As for 2B2T, I'm just going to keep printing and stuff. You know how it is. So yeah, I don't know what hiccuped and killed 2B2T, but it really fucking killed 2B2T, so... Oh well. You guys have a great night. I'm not going to stream on Wednesdays going forward, just to get back to the old schedule. It is how it is. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.